Okay, so today I'm just going to follow up from where I left off yesterday. I had got the patch panel cables all done, and then I went and I punched the gems off on the ends of the cable. Now, I didn't record punching the gems off, but they're just standard, everyday. Oh, where are we here? Sorry, gotta get that in view. Everyday Keystone Cat 5 ends. Nothing special there, just standard stuff. So what I wanted to show you was where I put the patch panel connectors. Flip the camera around here, and what I've done is I've added them. I don't know if you can see there, but I've added them here. They just come forward, hook in, and snap, and they lock. And that's what I love about the AMP products. You can do them one at a time. They're very fast, very efficient, and once you get into you get your mojo going, you can bang off a patch panel really quick without too many problems. The other issue is that, or not issue, but thing I wanted to show was just the tester and how that works. So what I've got here is I've got one of my tester that I'm currently using. It's nothing too elaborate. It's actually from China somewhere, but it works quite well. If you're going to be doing this as a long-term contract, or it's what you do, I really would recommend purchasing Fluke equipment. Fluke's just the best. So these are nodes, and what I did was when I had my 4 ends run up to the roof into the placements where I want the cameras to go, I connected them in. The ends of those cables with the gems on them in there. Then those ends came back to the patch panel where I had this actual cable, which was pre-verified, connected into my Cat 5 tester. And I don't know if you can see, but there's a Cat 5 jack there. So then all you do is you come back from there. I'll zoom in a little bit. You go into mapping. There you select Cat 5, Cat 6, RJ11, BNC, etc., etc. You hit OK, and then you hit start, and it's going to map through. And there you go. Pins 1 through 8 are correct. It's a good Cat 5 connection. Hit OK to return to my main menu. Return brings me back. Return brings me back again. Now this particular mapper, just so you can see, it does mapping. It will flash a port, so it will actually tell me which one I'm plugged into. On a switch, which is excellent. It will scan an IP range. It will test for power over Ethernet, which in this case is how I tested, because these are power over Ethernet, and I want to make sure they're verified for it. It can identify the length, and it can do a consistent ping test. So I can also do through the ping test. I'm just going to power this down. It's turning off. I can also do a sustained mapping ping test where it sends packet size of 1 meg down the line and times how long it takes to come back. So that's very useful when you need to burst test for a lot of enterprise environments. A lot of places it's mandatory to burst test at gigabit speeds. So if you can't produce that in an Excel spreadsheet for them, then they're not going to want you to do their cabling and wiring. So anyway, that's anyone who knows what they're doing in those types of environments. Sorry, I'm hand holding the camera here, and it's a little wiggly wobbly for me. Not quite used to this whole using these things like that. So you may have seen, but underneath, turn the camera around again, underneath my network kit, which I'll just close over here, is an antenna. This is just a standard 2 and 5 gig hybrid antenna. It's capable of vertical polarity or horizontal polarity, and that's basically, is it going to get the waves this way or this way? And in this case, instead of rotating the dish like we used to do in the old days, it's just got a grid for both in there, so it's easy. Now what this type of dish connects to is this. So this is my bullet, and this is what I'm using. Bullets, they were quite common a while ago. That's again a Unify product, Ubiquity bullet, but it's just threads on here, and and sorry, it needs a little bit of pressure with 2 hands to put in, but it threads on there. Then there's a cap that goes on here that's actually up on the roof because the Cat 5 cable was threaded through it before I terminated, and that connects into the bullet and delivers the power over Ethernet and delivers the bridge to it once you've got them configured. Takes 2 of them, 1 on either side, and there's a little level indicator here. So when you're working on your alignment, you just tune that in to set the one up that's easiest first, and then set the other one up so you've already got the signal, and away you go. So that's that. Now in the next section, or I'll probably edit the 2 together and make a 1 section out of it, I'm just going to be configuring up the cameras and possibly the bullets, and then I'll put them up on the roof. I'm not going to show you mounting them to the mast or anything like that. It's a U-bolt. It goes on, you tighten it, you align it. No big deal. And the cameras are 4 screws positioned where you want them. So I'm not going to show you that physical part of it, but I will show you the configuring through screen capture in the next section. Thank you and have a good day.